Hi, I'm Jenny, and you've joined me here at Cricklewood Crossing. It is July, sometime in July. I don't even know where this year has gone. My last video was back in December of 2022, and I have just done so many things in the last 7 months. So I have a few things to show you, but I'll explain why I don't have a lot. In December, after Christmas, in January, we moved house. We moved from an apartment that we were renting to a house now because our young son and his wife and our first grandbaby are going to be moving sometime in the next couple of months back here from Australia to America, and going to be living with us for a few more months until we move to the East Coast. And so we needed a bigger place, and also we collected his dog, his German Shepherd dog, which now is like an extra hip for me. he follows me everywhere and is so protective, and he's a gorgeous dog, but he's a lot of work, and I get very tired because he's such a physical, walking him and just cleaning up after him that I'm not used to, and all these different things you do with a dog. But he's just a gorgeous dog, and so we got this bigger place so we could collect our son's dog as well until he gets back here. So that was in January. We moved from the apartment to the house. Then a week later, we flew to Australia. Before we went back to Australia, within that week, I was like, I've got to get some things unpacked because I didn't want to come back after 3 weeks and have to completely rearrange a house. So I couldn't believe how much I got done in a week. And it was good because it made me really tired on the plane. And I don't normally sleep very well on a plane, but I think I slept like 6 or 7 hours because I was so physically tired that week of moving that I was just done in. And so we flew back to Australia to help our young son kind of do some renovations on my parents' home. It was summertime there, and it was hot. I'm a summer girl. I love summer. Right now, it's been like in the hundreds here in Utah, and I love it. People think I'm crazy, but it's just because of where I was raised. But it was hot back there, and we were outside. We were shoveling like 7 tons of gravel, doing rainwater tanks, painting rooms, just, digging up areas, building things, stripping back things. In those 3 weeks, we worked so hard, it was crazy. And so then on the way coming back to America, I was so tired again that I slept another 6 hours. It was crazy. It's a long flight from where we live to Australia because we have to drive 3 hours as well. So it was just a long, hard first couple of months of the year in 2023. And so then right before I went back to Australia, I was asked again from a good friend, Misty Connolly, to be the guest designer at her other retreat. She does Crazy Woman's retreats, which were around September in Wyoming. But this time I was asked if I could be the guest designer at the Southern Utah Stitches retreat in St. George. And so I had to come up with something and start stitching it, and thinking what I had designed, I was like, I am never going to get these stitched. So I asked for help from a stitchy friend, and she was wonderful and got a lot of things done for me. So when I came back, I just need to get the kits and everything ready as the guest designer, and it went over really well. But I have to say that right now, our heart is breaking for Misty because just recently, and I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, she lost her grandson in a car accident to a drunk driver Ace was only 7 years old. And so, Misty, our heart goes out to you with all our love, always. And it's been a quite emotional time, and my heart goes out to you so much. I can't even imagine what your family has been going through. Anyway, so I had to get that done. I had to get the retreat piece done, and then get it finished, fully finished, and then get the kits and everything done. And so it was a crazy time, but we got there. And what I might do first is I might show you the retreat piece, I won't be releasing these until October to give the ladies a chance to, you know, stitch them up if they want to. But that'll give you a chance because it was a spring piece. And when I think of spring, I think of flowers and bees and bunnies and all that type of stuff. And so I designed a spring piece for the retreat at the Southern Utah Stitches retreat. And so, like I said, I'll release these. They end up getting 3 little pieces. And so, but they got the kit for one of the designs. And so I will release these in October. And I don't think I've spoken about these in my December video. I don't think I did. But anyway, so that's what I will do. I'll release them in October so you can maybe get them stitched up if you're interested. I'll put them in my Etsy shop, or maybe some of the shops that have now carrying my patterns will have them. And or if you have a LNS at your local LNS that you want to see if they might be able to get them in for you. I have a few new releases and I will show you those as well. I have a few things that I'm working on. And so what I was saying to some stitchy friends, it's been really hard because I've been stitching up my own designs, which I really couldn't show anyone because I released my new patriotic series at StitchCon just in the beginning of June. And then I had another 2 that I released there as well. But so I was stitching on all them, and then I was stitching on the Smalls Exchange. So I really had nothing to show in any videos. So it was really hard. Like I said, that's why I haven't made a video for 7 months. But then just recently, like after all the stitching for myself, I'm still stitching another one, and I will show a little bit of that. But I have picked up and been stitching on other things, just patterns that I have that I like. I will show you some fabric, some floss, some patterns. I haven't really bought a lot of patterns, but I've picked up a few, and a few little things that I have bought for myself at the end, and that's if you want to stay with me. Anyway, so for the Southern Utah Stitches retreat, I designed these 3. I'm just going to lean over every now and then because everything's right here. I'm in my craft room. My little room that I have now that I can make all my bags and all my products for my Etsy shop. I do that every day, and I'm very grateful for those who continue to support me in that. And I have 2 more trunk shows this year. I have one at the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat in Casper, Wyoming in September, and I'm hoping I might be able to get into the Stitch West one in October. I haven't really talked much about that, but to Deb and Kev, but we'll see what happens. It's just been a crazy time because I flew to Chicago to a girlfriend's house at the beginning of June, and then we drove down to StitchCon, and then we drove back, and we went to a whole bunch of cross-stitching shops. It was wonderful, and I probably will put some pictures on in for you at the end of the video. So the first thing I would like to show you is the retreat piece that I did for the Southern Utah Stitches retreat. Okay, so I did 3 little bunnies, and the ladies got the whole 3 in the pattern, but they only got the floss and some like the kit for one of them, and I'll show you the one. But these are the ones that I did, and they came out really cute. They were stitched on 25 count 1/1. I love 25 count 1/1, and I've been doing a lot on 40 count at the moment, 1/2 as well. But these are my 3 little bunnies, and like I said, they'll be released in October this year. So this is my first little bunny. He turned out really, really cute. He was kind of really different, and I thought he probably wouldn't be very popular, but he's been the most popular one with everyone. They love the little mushroom, and down here it's got some mushrooms and a snail and spring, and it was just very simple. So that was, one of the bunnies that was that I designed for the retreat piece. They got 3 bunnies, and so this was the first one, and I just did it on like a piece of wood, and I stuck like a little I don't know what you call these things, a finale or whatever you call them, and just that on the bottom, and I just did a little stamp on the back there. But that was the first one, and I'll just stick that there. Then this is the second one, and I made this one in. I did 3 different little ways you could fully finish them, so that to show the ladies what you could probably do. Then this was the other one that they did. He was a little cream and grey bunny with a little bluebird and some dragonflies. These are all little dragonflies around. And I made that into a little cushion like that with a little dragonfly charm on the back. And so this was the little second bunny that they got, the little trio. It was a little spring trio of bunnies, I called it. And then this was the third one, and this is the one that they got in as a kit. And so this is the little white bunny that I finished just in a little frame and a carrot. But it was a little white bunny with a tulip and some bees. And so that was my little spring trio of bunnies that that they got at the Southern Utah Stitches Retreat for me being the guest designer. And that, like I said, I'll probably be releasing them sometime in October. Okay, so the next thing I'll show you is some of the things that I've just been working on. I normally just stitch at night. During the day, I'm so busy in my little business making things and designing and stuff like that and filling orders. I have been sick for the last 3 weeks with a cold, and, you know, I had some cold sores and just... I had a stomach ulcer that I had a lot of antibiotics that was making me feel sick. I'm behind on getting orders out. So if you're expecting an order from me, please be patient because I will get them to you. Yeah, but I had been really sick and still just getting past it. The antibiotics, I was on 3 different antibiotics for the stomach ulcer, and it didn't do my body very well at all. So I'm just trying to detox from all of those and just get back into the swing of things. So I had some time just to sit down when I wasn't feeling well and just do some stitching. So I stitched on a few little things that I wanted for myself and one on a new little Halloween design that I've got coming out. So the first one that I'll show you, I really didn't take them all out properly yet. So where did that one go? This. So last year when I went to the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat in September in Wyoming, when we were sitting around, you see someone stitching on something and you like it so much, and I went and bought 3 of them off of Sherry at the Colorado Cross Stitcher. I bought some Brenda Keys samplers, and let me just grab this. And I bought 3 that kind of relate to our life, like my husband's from the New England area. So I haven't ironed these, sorry. I bought the New England one, the Plymouth, I can't even remember the third one I bought, but I started stitching on this. Now, when you look at the colours that Brenda Keys does, you think this is not going to work out. But when you start stitching it up and they all come together, they come together really well. I'm stitching this house and it's an orange. It's like an orange thread, and I thought, but on this fabric that I did, which was 25 count dark chocolate, it's coming up really pretty. And I love the little white church, because the little white church is really New England. The town where my husband's from has a little white church right this in it where we were married, not in the church, but in that town anyway. So this is the New England sampler from Brenda Keys, and I really like it on this little dark chocolate 25 count 1/1, and so it's only going to be that big. You can see the whole lot right there where it comes to, and the little white church come up really cute on this dark fabric. But see how I said this house is like an orange colour, but it's got lots of bricks mixed in with it, and it's just coming along really cute. So that's one of the things I've worked on for a while in the last 7 months. I really like some of her samplers a lot. So like I said, I bought 3 of them, and so hopefully they will, you know, I'll have some time to work on them. So that was the first one. The second one that I have been working on, I got this pattern a little while ago, and I saw it on the channel So and So's with Nancy and Kathy. Yeah, Kathy and Nancy. I don't think Nancy's now doing it with Kathy anymore, but it was on the channel So and So's, and Nancy had stitched up this for her 2 like her twin grandbabies, and I really liked it. So I started stitching this for our first little grandbaby. haven. And so it's from Heart and Hand, and it's called The Wonderful Life, and it says how wonderful life is now that you're in the world. So it's this one here. There's got some buttons on it, and I've only just started, so I'm kind of like this in this area. I've done this area right here, which is really cute, and we are so grateful to have her in our life. She is adorable. Can't wait to spend more time with them when they come out. So let me take this off because I didn't take it out of the hoop. But like I said, I did it on 25 count, what do you call it? Country Vintage Mocha. And so this is all, it's so tiny. It's going to be so tiny on this 25 count 1/1. But I can't even get it up to show you. Hold on, where's that little, here it is. Let me just get that. It's really hard to hold. I haven't taken this off here either. Let me just take these off as well, and you might be able to see this a bit better. Oh, now I've got the needle. Hold on. I'm sorry. I should have been a bit more organised in this part of it. So let's get to this. It's how wonderful life is. And so that's all I've done, and it's so tiny on 25 count. I just love this little raccoon. Look at him, he's so tiny. I'll bring him really close. And the mushrooms. And I just did this piece of water with a fish, and it goes all the way along. And I just started working on Wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. But I did the raccoon and the mushrooms and the flower a little while ago. So I just picked it up and started stitching it, you know, over the last couple of weeks when I wasn't feeling very well. And I hope they like that when they get back out here for our little haven. So another one that I've been working on was one of my own designs that I don't know when it's going to be released. I just pick it up and start going. I'm not going to show you the whole pattern. It's just a Halloween one, and my Halloween seemed to sell really well. So I designed another little Halloween one, and I just love owls. Owls have always been my favourite bird. When we lived on the farm, we would go down and walk down to the horses to feed the horses at night sometimes, and we had some big brown, I can't try to say that, big brown barn owls. That was a mouthful. That would come and swoop us, and I just love owls. And so I designed an owl in this Halloween one, and he turned out so cute. It is on 40 count. Is it Stormy Grey? I'm not quite sure, but I know it's a 40 count, and I'm doing 1/2. And so I'll just show you. I don't know when it's going to be released, but I will continue showing you when I'm stitching it if I get back into making more regular videos. So this is going to be my new Halloween one when I get to it. Where's that little board again? What did I do with that? There it is. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm not going to take it off the hoop on this one because it's only tiny. So this is all I've done. There's my little Halloween owl. And as you can tell, it's going to be like a little sign post. But this is going to be my new Halloween one. I'll just work on it a little bit over a time, and we'll see what happens when I release it. I don't know if it's going to be released for this coming Halloween. I doubt it, but we'll see. Yeah, and I just thought he was the cutest little owl. So that's going to be one of my new ones. Let me put that there so I've got one other to show you. And speaking of owls, the other day which is not good when you're sick, you actually sitting there looking at your phone, going through Etsy, and you start buying things. But there was a company, I can't remember what it's even called, they had a big sale, and I think they have people that design for them. And so I bought a few patterns. Sometimes I like just buying normally off of, you know, people that are actually the people rather than companies like that, because I don't know where they get them from or not. But I saw these and I won't show you them. I did buy 8 little butterflies. I've been reading a book about a lady who is one of the world's known butterfly collectors, Florentine. What's her first name? I can't think of her first name. Oh, it's gone. Anyway, I bought 8 little butterfly patterns that were out for like $1.68, and I bought 8 of them because I'm going to do them in little cushions and put them in a little dough bowl or something like that. And so they were really cute. So that was one of the ones I bought that day when I wasn't feeling very well, and I bought a couple of others. And speaking of owls, I bought this one and I stitched this one up straight away. I couldn't wait. It was just so much fun to stitch up. Let me show you the pattern. I always buy when I go away to a retreat. If Jordan from Geordie's Handmaids are there, I always like her little notions bags. So to support Geordie, I always buy 1 or 2 of the little ones. And this is the one that I got at the Southern Utah Stitches Retreat, the B one. It was really cute. So I've been using that when I've been stitching up this owl pattern that I liked. I found this owl pattern and I had this darker fabric. I'm not sure even what it is, but it come up so cute on this darker fabric, these owls. So this one's just called Owls, and the company is called Rainbow Hunter. You'll be able to see it in the plastic. So look, it's just all these different owl heads. I just think some of them are a bit strange, like this one down here. This one here is a little bit strange. But I started up in the top corner. I'm thinking I might try and get 1 owl a month done, because you wouldn't think it, but there's like 12 different colours in this one little owl here. And I'll show you what he come up like. And he looks so cute on this dark fabric. It looks like the dark chocolate that I had on the last one. And I'm not even sure what it is. It was just a piece that I had in my stash. He came up really cute and I just love him. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit the whole 16 owls on this piece of fabric. So here he is. Look at him. How cute he come up. Perfect fabric for it, because this has got like the same colour tans and greens all around his eye and his beak. And I just really loved him. So this is what he looks like here. And this is what he looks like here. I did start doing the border around it, and I thought, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit 4 across here. I think I might fit 3. So what I might do is some of the ones that I'm not quite sure if I like or not, I might just continue going across and then, you know, refill in the ones that I really like, and then just do either 3, 6, 9 or 12. You know, I'll probably be able to fit the 12 going this way anyway. So I might just do that and cut out 4 of them. So we'll just play it by ear, but I really liked the first one. He was really cute. So it's called Rainbow Hunter, and it's called Owls, if you like owls. I just think they're adorable. And my other bird that I love birds. I used to breed parakeets, which we call them in Australia called budgerigars. I used to breed them with my father when I was a little girl. And so I used to have a whole bunch of them. They would just sit on my hands and everything in the aviary. And I kind of, you know, miss having them. They're like you can get them wild in Australia, but they're very much a pet as well. And I just love birds. And when we had our farm, we had like flocks of galahs and parakeets and cockatoos that would just land in our crop, especially after we harvested our crop and we had all the grain. They'd just come in and it would look like it snowed, because some of them are like all white. The cockatoos are like white with a yellow little cockatiel on it. And they would just fly in like a cluster of them and look like it snowed in the front of our paddock. But I just love birds, and I have some ideas coming up from some new designs. But but 2 of my favourite ones, and we don't even really have them, what I know of, where I was from, was the red cardinals. I just love red cardinals, but my favourite one has always been the owl. Yeah, he's adorable. So they're the ones that I have been stitching on that are just kind of for me. But I have been stitching on for my business. I bought out a new range of patriotic just recently, and if you're interested, there is a few companies like Craft Gallery in Findlay, Ohio. Ronnie and Gary from Garon Stitchery, they carry them. I'm I'm not sure if Keepsakes did get some. Stitchery Express has some of my patterns. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. I was going to try and see if I can do the Needlework Marketplace in August, but it's looking like I might not be able to, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I brought out a new patriotic range, and I just had so much fun doing them. I did them on 40 count, and so I released 4 of them because they come 2 to a pattern, or 2 to a packet, or a design, I should say. And then I had 2 that I hadn't finished, and I finished them when I came home, and I released them into my shop as well. So let me just show you my new little patriotic design. I had my daughter help me stitch some of these because she wanted to stitch one, and she stitched this one. So all of them are stitched on 40 count, Zweigart 40 count mallow. M-A-L-L-O-W, mallow. And I really love that fabric. It kind of makes everything look like a little bit antique-y. And but so I stitched it, we stitched all these on 40 count 1/2 on Zweigart mallow with just the DMC threads. And like I said, they come in a set of 2 per design. And I had such a fun time designing these and stitching these. If you're interested, just go check out my Etsy shop or some of your local needlework shops and just ask them if they can, you know, maybe get them in. Just get a hold of me on the email that I'll have below. But these are my new patriotic range that came up really cute. I really love them. So this is the first one in the first set. The set is called, I called it Hometown USA. It's funny because when I very first married my husband and we were living in Hawaii, I had an antique country shop in the middle of the island, and it was like a consignment shop, and I would make things as well for the shop, as well as all these other people would, you know, come in and consign in my shop. Some of the things that I designed under was called Hometown USA. And so I designed this series called Hometown USA. This one's known as America 1776 and Freedom. So this is the first 2. So it's the American map with America. I just love that font. It looks really old world. And 1776. It's just really cute. Look how tiny it is. And you think that one's tiny? Look at it. Look at its companion. This is Freedom. So Freedom turned out really cute. I've had some people already finish these for their dough bowls. And so it's got a little eagle right there on the end, and it's just Freedom. It looks like a flag. All of them look like flags. So these are the 2 in one pattern. That's the first one. The second one that I designed in the series of under Hometown USA was called Brave and Courage. And this one was Home of the Brave, and it's Abraham Lincoln's head. So there's like the flag part of it down the bottom there, and it's called Hometown USA. Hometown USA, yeah. Brave and, look how tiny this one is. I think this is even tinier than the Freedom. Courage with a little cannon. So this is number 2 in the series. And so like I said, they were released at StitchCon, but when I came back, I'd already started stitching these. And so I made them up and just put them in my Etsy shop. And these 2 are probably, well, one of them is probably one of my favorites. So the little tiny one is just an eagle with 1776 on it. Now these will be perfect for your dough bowls or your latia trays. They're just really tiny. Look how tiny they are. They're just small. But I finished them, some of them, like these, I finished, let me just show you the back of these. I finished them in like a little navy one like that with the little tiny red rick-rack. And this one I did on some stars with a little tiny red rick-rack. So that was the eagle with 1776. But this one was one of my favorites, which is Liberty. Which is the Statue of Liberty. And she's holding the little torch up the top there. And so they come in a set. So if you're interested in them, you can find them on my Etsy shop at some of the shops that I had mentioned before, like Craft Gallery, Garon Stitchery, Keepsakes, probably. I'm not sure yet if Barb grabbed some or not. And yeah, so you can, if you're interested in them, you can find them in my Etsy shop. So they took me forever to stitch. That's why I said I haven't been doing much else, like for the year, like, you know, within the year, because I've been stitching smalls for the smalls exchange for the, what's it called? Oh my gosh, the Southern Utah Stitches Retreat and Keepsakes one. So, but another two that I had released when I went away to StitchCon. Now this is the retreat piece, the very first retreat piece I ever got a chance to do. It's now available in my Etsy shop. You might have seen it on Brenda Handwork Maniac. She just finished that. She did a wonderful job of the big flower. Now I'm not sure if I've shown this before or not, but this was the retreat piece for this first Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat. And Brenda changed it as a variegated floss for this big flower, and it turned out beautiful. But now this is available in my Etsy shop without the retreat piece writing, if you're interested, and in those shops that I had mentioned previously. It's called, as a retreat piece, it was called This Crazy Life, but I called it This Crazy Bird now in my Etsy shop. It was stitched on 25 count 1/1 even weave. No, not even weave. Yes, even weave. Stormy clouds. And with just the DMC thread. Okay, so that was one of the ones now will be available. And this is another one that I released at StitchCon too. It's called Love Grows. This one's called Love Grows When Stitching is Shared. So it kind of looks like a little bit like a sampler. It's got some scissors, it's got your floss, it's got two little birds with a little heart, it's got two tomatoes, some needles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a really cute little border. So if you're interested in this one's also in my Etsy shop and in those other shops that now carry my patterns under Love Grows. So I'm really excited about those new releases. They have kept me really busy for the first 7 months that I have not got a video with you. The next thing that I just would want to show you is a few things that I picked up for myself as a haul. So one of the first things I did, I found this at a little secondhand shop. It was just a little spool. It was a nice size one. Look, it was just, I don't know what I'm going to put on that yet. I have no idea, but I just really liked it. A little cute tomato would look cute on the top of that as well. But that one's for me. And then when we're away at different retreats, mostly when I went to the Southern Stitches Retreat, I bought quite a bit. But I bought quite a different coloured fabrics that I want to try out. And I picked up a lot of 25 count and 40 count. This one's called Newcastle Summer Khaki 40 count from Shepherd's Bush that I picked up. It's really hard to get a good colour because of the lighting in here. But I picked up that piece. I picked up a bunch of pieces from Leanne from Forbidden Fibre Co. Leanne does her own wool and floss and fabric. And so I picked up this Morning Dew, an 1/8 of a yard, Newcastle linen on 40 count, which is like a gris. I thought that might look really nice with either a Halloween or a garden themed one that I have coming up in my brain. So that was that one. Then this one was like a purpley, this one would even look nice with a Halloween on it as well. But this is an 1/8 of a yard Lugana. It was 25 count from Forbidden Fibre Co. It was called Harvest Moon. So if you want any of these, you can get a hold of Leanne at Forbidden Fibre Co. That one's really nice. It's really variegated. Look at this one. But it's got like a purpley grey tinge to it. And then this one was another 25 count Lugana, which was charcoal, which is obviously like a grey, but it's like a motley grey. Which is really cute. Then I got an 1/8 of a yard, 25 count again under Dovetail. I'm excited to try some of these fabrics of Leanne's. And then, I must have got a 40 count dovetail on the same, but in 40 count instead of 25 count. So I got 25 count and 40 count. Then I got a latte, which was 36 count. Oh, that's unusual. Maybe they didn't have it in 40 count, but that's okay. I'll give it a try, which was 1/4 of a yard. So I've got quite a big piece, which is latte from Leanne from Forbidden Fabricombe. I also, that same time, let me get here, let me organise this. The Red Thicket had a trunk show at Southern Stitches Retreat, and I picked up 2 pieces from her. This one's called Buttercup, and it was an even weave 25 count, and I got a fat quarter. I always like to try and look for different 25 counts, but this one's quite nice. I reckon that would look nice with a bee or something kind of like that. Really like that one. And then another one I got from Red Thicket was, what's this one called? As You Wish. And that was a 25 count Lagana as well. And it's kind of like a greeny, minty colour. And since when I came home, when I went to Shepherd's Bush, like I said, I got that piece. But when I was at, where was I going? Oh, StitchCon, and we stopped at Craft Gallery with Carlton and Paula, and I bought some fabric from there, and they, still got a pin in it, and they carry my patterns as well. So I got this piece, which is Lapin Loops. I don't know what that means. 40 count, it's crypt cloth, whatever that means. 40 count. So I got that. So let me show you there. Lapin Loops Crypt Cloth, 40 count. We'll give it a try anyway. And then I got a 25 count, just Lugana Stormy Clouds again. I really like this one. So I just picked up another piece of that. And I picked up, when I was at StitchCon, a 40 count lamb's wool. So there are all the fabrics that I picked up. I haven't bought very many patterns actually. I've only bought a few when I was away. When we stopped at, was it the House of Stitches or Stitch and Frame? It was Stitch and Frame. I bought this Santa because I had seen it on the brag table at StitchCon, and I picked up just a little green 25 count moss green Lugana to stitch this Santa on. And he's stitched up really cute because it's kind of stitched on like a greeny colour. So I thought he would look cute on this. So 25 count moss green Lugana. And I'm going to stitch this little Santa up. You know how much I love my Santas. And it's from Cottage Garden Samplings. And it's called, what's it called? A Time for All Seasons, series number 12. So I guess I got number 12, and it's called Christmas Eve. But whoever stitched it at StitchCon on the brag table is what made me decide to buy it. He was really cute. So I've just got these two together in the little packet. When I was at the Southern Stitches Retreat, I bought these off of Wendy from the Heart Needle Art. I bought 2 of her Quaker designs that were really cute. I bought Quaker bees. And my favourite, of course, with the eagle is Freedom Quaker. See that little cute eagle holding the flag? Isn't he adorable? So that's from Wendy, from the Heart Needle Art. Freedom Quaker. They're the 2 that I bought there. Now, just recently, I bought, like I said, a few when I was not feeling very well, just sitting on the couch. I bought the owls. I bought the 8 butterflies, and then I bought these. The Owl Forest Embroidery, the red cardinals. I couldn't get that out with my braces. I just think they're beautiful. So I've always wanted this one. It's been in my little wish list. So it was on sale, really good price. So I just grabbed it. And this other one, So if you've been following me for a while, I love blue and white china, like the willow patterns and stuff. I've collected them for quite a few years, and I have a bunch back in Australia. But I saw this, and we had done Carol Manning's Stargazer, and I like Carol Manning's, they look like quilts. But I saw this in the blue and white, and it really was really cute. It's going to take me forever. But I've been looking at, I'm going to need a bigger fabric because I want to do it on 25 count 1/1. But I want to do it on this one here, the Stormy Clouds. This one. But this piece is not big enough for this. I just think that is so pretty and beautiful. And I'm not even sure. Let me see if I can find it. I printed it off. Let me see who it's from. Let me see if I can find it for you really quick. I printed it off. It has got a lot of pages. Doesn't say. Ozvanki Marie or something like that. Designed by Ozvanki Marie. So I bought that, and I think it would look beautiful, but comes in all different color ranges. I was very tempted to get the full one because I just love the full that we did for the Carol Manning Stargazer as the round robin with our stitching group, and I loved that. But this one, I just thought with the blue and white was going to look pretty. I haven't done anything in blue and white like that, so look at that. That is so cute. I love it. And I'm going to have to buy a bigger piece. It's going to sit for a minute until I can get some of the other things done. But I'm going to get a bigger piece of this Stormy Clouds, I think. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think that would look really cute on that. So they're the only patterns, I think, that I have bought. When I was away, let me show you this first. My friend Emily in our stitching group has been given all of us, she's been trying out her new sewing machine, and she's been given all of us one of these for our birthday. Look, she's been making these little project folders, and she knows how much I love patriotic. And so she made this one for me and gave it to me at our stitching group for my birthday. And all these, I haven't even zipped it up, were holding all the floss for these. So I haven't even finished undoing it, but Emily, I love it. I use it all the time. Thank you, honey. I really appreciate it. So that was another little gift that I got, which was really cute. And also I bought a whole bunch of different flosses. I picked up some from Leanne's Forbidden Fibre Co. I won't show them all the names, but look at that. I bought them because I thought that would make a cute fall design. Look at that. How pretty is that? Yeah, so I picked up those from Leanne, and anytime I go anywhere, if you know me, I try and pick up, one of my favourite flosses is Weeks Dye Works. And so, oh, my glasses keep wanting to fall off. I always pick up a bunch of different ones, and I picked up a whole bunch to go together for different designs I had in my brain. Look at this one. This one's so pretty. Whoops. This one too. These are all different Weeks Dye Works, but look at this. Look how pretty that one is too. And look at all these. I just went a little bit crazy, I think. And all these. Oh, I got these 3 free ones in Leanne's little giveaway she gave me. Yeah, I have to say, when I went to these stitching, these retreats, the Southern Utah Stitchers Retreat and the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat and StitchCon, I received so many little needle minders and floss drops and everything. And I'm not going to show you all of them because it was a bunch. But Leanne also had a little bag with some fabric and some floss in it, so that I grabbed that off of hers. And all these Weeks Dye Works. Look, I even got some in another set that I'm thinking about. Look at that. No, all that bunch is pretty. And look at all these. Don't you just love the colours? I love wicks. Anyway, they're my favourite. And everyone's asked me, what's your favourite floss? Well, it's Wicks Dye Works. And my favourite needle is the Peacemakers number 28 and 26 and 28, I should say. 26 and 27, 26 and 28, the Peacemaker ones. They're my favourites. So I bought all those threads. And the only other thing I got was these, what I picked up off the brag table, not brag tables, when you share the tables, you know, when you share patterns. I can't remember what it's called. Oh my gosh. My brain is not just working. Anyway, but my girlfriend, Diana, had these and was going to put them on the table. She goes, do you want them? And I picked up these first. So these are the loose feathers blackbird designs with birds. And I picked up, Diana gave me the autumn and the summer and autumn ones. There's autumn and then summer. And I'm like, she goes, I'm going to put these on the giveaway table. Do you want them? And I'm like, yeah, I'll take them first. So I grabbed them, and these are the other ones that I grabbed off a couple of the tables. I love homespun elegance patterns, and especially their Santas. I didn't have this one, which was called Crescent Santa. I really like the homespun elegant ones. I picked up, as you can tell, this one, which was Plain and Fancy Collection Sampler Patches by Homespun Elegance. I don't think they're around anymore, but man, I really like their patterns. And these, like I said, are off the giveaway tables. Picked this one called Autumn Arbor from the Drawn Thread. Am I ever going to get these done? I have no idea. If not, they will be given away. And I'm stitching the one, How Wonderful Life Is, for my grandbaby from Heart and Hand. And this was on there, and I really liked this too. It's called Moon and Back. I love you to the moon and back, and more than all the stars in the sky. This was on the freebie table. It was so cute. So I grabbed that one. And I've never heard of these ones. This one's called Santa Be Good, Sisters and Best Friends. Of course, you've got to know it's Santa. But I thought it's really bright, but I think I could change the colours for me that I would like. But I really thought that was so cute. Sisters and Friends. That was on the freebie. 2 more. And this one, the Sisterhood Simply Divine Cross Stitch, Quaker Flag. And it came with the floss too, look. I struck it lucky. And the last one was called Pumpkin Patch by, I haven't heard of these either, the Humble Stitcher. Belly Style Needlework. I really like this one. It's called the Pumpkin Patch. So they're the things that I picked up off the freebie table. When I went to the 2 retreats, the Southern Stitches Retreat in April, Southern Utah Stitches Retreat, I can't even remember. I forgot some pictures. I'll put at the end what I actually stitched for the Smalls Exchange, but this is what I actually got. It was from Emily Cool Stitching. I love Emily. Emily's here in Utah. And I picked out a patriotic bag, and of course I got this really cute Liberty from Emily Cool Stitching. If you want some really cute designs, go see her on Etsy. Emily Cool Stitching. So that's the one that I got from the Southern Utah Stitches Retreat, Smalls Exchange. And I forgot her name as well. Shocking. But this is the one. I picked up another patriotic, of course. This is the one that I got for the one at StitchCon. And I love that one too. Oh my gosh, they were sisters and they were twins. And I can't think of her name. I'm sorry. But this is the one that I got and I love it. All right. Basically, that's all I've got to show you and tell you about today. I don't know when I'm going to be getting back on. We have quite a few things coming up. Like I said, our son and our grandbaby are going to be coming out in the next couple of months. Our oldest son and his wife have now got their tickets and their visa for them to move back to Australia on December the 3rd. So I'm gaining one and losing one, which is hard, but I'm excited for them because he wants to show Emily where he's from and stuff, and he loves Australia. So we'll see what happens in the future, but I'm excited for them, but I'm going to miss them as well. But we're looking at spending some time. We're going to go to Payson's Lakes, just not very far from us, in August sometime, just for a couple of days together. And then I'm actually doing 2 collaborations with 2 companies for next year. So I'm looking at designing those, and one of the designs is going to have the cottage garden threads from Australia. So that will be exciting for next year. So I've been a busy little bee, just enjoying everything, enjoying my time away with friends and stitchy friends, and just being really busy. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the summer, and I'll see you soon. Bye.